And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. It's your girl Bird. And we're going to get kicked off today with the lovely Kendra. Welcome in, guys. If you're called to donate, let me know. Let me check my audio. Okay, I think we're good. Alrighty. Let me post. Welcome in. Make sure you like the stream. It really helps out the channel. And we're going to get started here. Boom. Okay. Alright. I wish I had my singing bowl. Should I go get it? No, it's fine. It's fine. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so that I can deliver messages for the greater good. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream so that I can deliver messages for the greater good. And so it is. Awesome. Hey, Jess. I'm doing great. How are you? Happy Monday to all. Up first, I have Kendra. Hey, Kendra. Let's do it, boo-boo. Jess, how are you doing? Kendra, what is good? All right, and Kendra, did you want to do a big kahuna? I think that's what you're looking for, but let me know, just in case it was two. Got it. Sounds good. I got it. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to get started. And I got Jess, I got SB. No, I mean, I know. I do like Mondays because it's like, let's just get her done. All right, so I have Kendra and then SB. Thanks so much, guys. All right, so we're gonna do a big kahuna for our lovely Kendra. I'm gonna use light seers for you, and I'm not gonna read your question out loud. No worries. So I got it. Okay. So I want to focus on I want to focus the question on, and I'm not going to say any of the details out loud, but you know, potentially another direction. Got it. Okay. I'm going to keep this open over here. All right, Spirit, let's tap into Kendra's energy. Let's bring Kendra messages that she needs to hear today for her highest good. Show me what happens if Kendra moves into a different direction, and what to expect, and what to expect. What happens? What happens? What happens? Should you move in that different direction? want to talk about what's going on here. I'm seeing you dealing with a bit of anxiety here. The Nine of Swords is our anxiety, it's our nightmare, it's things that keep us up, things that stress us out, right? So that's kind of the energy that we're dealing with here. So half of the question is, should you move in a new direction? And here's what I will say to that. I think that whatever you put your energy towards, whatever you feel passionate about, I feel like whatever it is that, I know this sounds very generic, Kendra, but I honestly feel like whatever you put your mind towards, you will do well. And, being a fire sign, perhaps you want to feel the passion behind what it is that you're doing, and maybe you're feeling like you don't have passion there, or whether it's a season of feeling really stressful and burnt out. I do think that there are other things that you could get into and thrive and succeed and make money at. However, the other thing, I don't want to sound someone told me the other day I sounded contradictory. I don't want to sound contradictory here, just I want to get my thoughts out in an articulate way. So give me a second to do that. You are young and you have time on your side, right? But at the same time, the sooner you dig your heels into something and stick with it, the better chance you have to build longevity, tenure, and all of that stuff. So the King of Pentacles, it takes time to build, right? And that's not to stress you out, but maybe you are, and you don't need to tell me how old you are, and I don't know exactly, but maybe you're feeling the pressure and the heat of, I'm X age, so I need to figure this out right now. And you are allowed to change your mind multiple times. If you know in your heart, in your gut, in your soul that you are done with this High Priestess here, I do see you succeeding doing something else if that is what you want to do. Now, in the meantime, you're going to have to figure out finances here with the Five of Pentacles. Maybe if it's not this, it's like you may have to do something else to bring in money, make ends meet, or maybe you search for something else like in the meantime. But the answer to your question is, should questions, again, this is for entertainment purposes only, should questions can throw me a little bit, because at the end of the day, especially with this High Priestess reminding me here, it is up to you, because I feel like whether it's this or something else, you will be able to thrive and succeed at things. We have the King of Pentacles, we have the Six of Wands, Knight of Wands, Ten of Cups. I think the root of the true issue is, do you feel like this is in alignment with you? Do you feel like this is something that you can get passionate about? Or is there some type of self-sabotage going on here? The reason I say that, stick with me because I have more to cover. This isn't all about that. But in the energy that you don't see is the Devil and the Eight of Swords. Is this something that you are trying to convince yourself out of? And do you have an idea of where to go next? Or is it, all I know is I'm out and I can't do this anymore and I don't want to do this anymore? And if that's how you feel, that's fair. But I do want you to ask yourself, with the Devil and the Eight of Swords, is it a temporary illusion of something that you are like, I can't do this? Or is it truly like, I'm not passionate about this, I'm not in alignment with this? So knowing that if you do pivot and you do change, there is going to be, which obviously you know this, you'd have to figure out another way to bring money in here. I feel like, so if you do go in this direction, you're going to have to figure out the money situation. And I feel like whatever you get into next is going to be very different than what it is that you're currently doing. I do think that you are a good fit. I do think that there is an element of this where things are not always going to be the way that they are in the beginning right now, like what you're dealing with. However, if you know in your heart of hearts that this is a hell no and this isn't vibing with you and it's not in alignment for you, of course, yes, there is always another option. I don't know that I can answer the question of should you end this and walk away. You know what I'm saying? That is something only you can decide. I think whether you do the A or B, I think the energy around you got all this, fire energy lighting you up. I think with the 10 of Cups and knowing you're an Aries, it could come down to passion. Yeah. And, hold on one sec. What just happened? Oh, Lord. Hold on one sec. Sorry, guys. I just got a text from my boss. The 9 of Swords is feeling the anxiety. Is this forever? Is this temporary? So one of the things that you could do is chat with other people and say, hey, is it like this forever? Is it going to be like this forever? Is it a season? Is it my hormones? Is it whatever? If you feel like you've given this thing a fair shake, a fair try, and it's not for you, then yes, I do think if you move in another direction, you will succeed at something else. And I can try to pull and tap into what that other thing could be, unless you have an idea of what that other thing is. But I feel like it will be very different from this. And don't, just because you went through a season of anxiety and feeling down again, like, life is not going to be linear. Like, if you will go through, yeah, I thought it was, but I'm also not trying to torture myself, and that is totally valid, right? Totally fair. So what other energy, before I keep pulling, I want to talk, I haven't really gotten into the rest of the hidden energy here. I don't know that you're ready to shout this from the rooftops either. I think this is something, 4 of Pentacles, it's kind of held back. Maybe you're not even ready to share this with your friends here. But I feel like the decision that you make has to come from within with this High Priestess, 4 of Pentacles energy. And I do think that your friends are going, or your support system is going to support whatever you decide is right for you. So just to clarify again, and let me know if you want any other specific questions and I'll just pump those out for you. But I feel like in the current energy that you're in, it's possible that this energy may not last forever, but if you truly feel it's not compatible, I do see you thriving doing something else. So the next question I'm going to ask is, hold on, there was more to this. Let me go back to your, sorry, I have to reopen my thing again real quick. Where is she? And if I do, what can I, and so if I move in this direction, what can I expect? And I feel like we covered that a little bit with the financial consequence, or maybe you find something else in the meantime. But Spirit, show me, do you know what the other thing is that you may want to get into, or do you want some help with that? Let's see what comes out. So Spirit, after Kendra makes this choice, what is, show me what the energy looks like if Kendra makes this decision. We have the Moon. So yeah, it's not fully settled. There is some fear here. It's not fully settled. Yeah, we have death and rebirth. We have 10 of Wands. We have 9 of Cups. And we have 2 of Cups. So, with the 9 of Cups, I do feel like there will be an emotional release of freedom here. See this woman literally like jumping for joy, where it's like, wow, I finally got this weight off my shoulders with this 10 of Wands. You will feel more like yourself again. But there is a little bit of fear, and I don't think it'll necessarily be an easy road, but I want to look at more of like, Spirit, show me what other opportunities would what direction would Kendra move in, and what other opportunities come up? Show me the other opportunities. 3 of Wands, the Chariot, 5 of Wands, we have Strength, and we have Queen of Pentacles. So I do see you getting involved in something that I feel like there would be training for here with the 5 of Wands, the Chariot. This is something that you feel a little bit more settled in doing. Do you have a Taurus moon? I feel like maybe you do. I can't remember. But with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like you feel it's not as stressful, but you're still able to bring something. You do have a Taurus moon, yeah. So that Queen of Pentacles, she's showing up here, and it's like, I'm feeling grounded, I'm feeling centered, I have money coming in, this is something I feel is better suited for me. The 3 of Pentacles, know that you have it within you to figure this out, and what type of energy. This could be you doing something in more of a, this could be you doing something in more of like an office environment, whether that's like administrative or whether that's healthcare, but there could be a little bit of training associated with doing this. I feel like whatever the training is, with the Chariot energy, I don't feel like it's something that you have to go to school for like a million years to learn. And I think that something with Strength and Queen of Pentacles, something that you would be naturally good at doing. So let's talk about what those things could be. So that could be any type of administrative job, or that could be, I don't know why this is coming into my mind, and it doesn't have to be this, but I know for dental assistants, for example, that's something I looked into when I was younger. And also the other work that you do, which is really interesting. Oh, okay. And so, and it doesn't have to be this, but it's like, that's a really in-demand job right now. They're always, people are always looking for a dental hygienist. It's something where you go to training and you can build a really strong career foundation for yourself forever. Now, if you don't want to work in the medical field, you don't want to be climbing in people's mouths, I totally understand. This doesn't have to be up your alley. But I am definitely, the reason I feel Queen of Pentacles is because it's very, like, I can sit at my desk and I can do my work and I can kind of be unbothered. Or this could be you doing like reception work and then kind of moving your way up through, administration. Let me see what else I have. Queen of Cups. So yeah, I do think that there would be an emotional component to you feeling like there would be an emotional relief for you if you did walk away as well. But make sure with the Moon card, just another reminder, I'm not telling you not to do it, I'm just saying, allows me to just be in not overly hustling. Yeah. So with the Moon energy, this is just something that you make sure that you're tapping into your intuition, that you're not giving into fear, and you're making a, if you've given it a whole moon cycle, right, and you're like, you know what, I'm not feeling this anymore, then maybe it's time for you to move on. And I do think that your family or your friends' family support system will support you in this decision. But with, Yeah, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. I've been doing it since. Oh, okay. So then you have a good idea. And here's the other thing I will tell you. If you move in a new direction, that's not a failure. That is like, I tried this and I didn't like it and it's not for me and I'm going to move on to something else. And so, Spirit, show me Kendra moving in another direction. What can Kendra expect? So yeah, I'm definitely seeing something more in an office or administrative. Spirit, show me Kendra moving in a new direction. We have courage. We have beauty. We have talent. Yeah. We have career. And what you're not wrong. Like what you're describing, that's a lot of hard work every day. Manifestation. With that Queen of Pentacles too, it's like, I want my beauty rest. I want to be able to sit at my vanity and do my makeup and not be rushed out the door. Manifestation. Spirit, show me what else. If Kendra moves in this new direction, yeah, so with manifestation, I think with a little help from Spirit and some intention setting, you'll be able to bring yourself into alignment with a new career. The Queen of Pentacles is like, I'm not missing my meals. My little Taurus moon, I'm not missing meals. I want to take my time at my vanity. A time for healing, yeah. Maybe you just need a moment to like, you feel like you're worn out, you can't catch your breath. Energy is gaining momentum. Time to take action. New moon in Aries. I kind of feel like you already made up your mind. Yeah, you're not a failure. It's just and so maybe in the meantime you kind of this is bad, maybe not bad advice. Maybe you kind of phone it in for a minute, and yeah, prosperity lies ahead. So there could be a moment where you're trying to figure things out, but you will pull through this and you will get to the other side. And I say this a lot, like, you know, being in your 20s is kind of like a rite of passage. Like, it's, you know, it can be a struggle, but I will say, like, life gets better and better. And the more you are able to, you know, independently with that Aries energy, pull yourself out of a situation that isn't meant for you and into a new opportunity, the more confidence you gain. Yeah, I would never want to redo my 20s, like ever. I can't wait to turn, I think my 40s is going to be the best decade yet. I'm so excited to turn 40, but I have a little bit to go. Spirit, show me, what advice do we have for Kendra? Kendra, let me know if you have any other questions. I have SB on deck. So SB, you'll be up next. And sorry, I'm just rambling away here. Welcome in. Make sure you like the stream. And we're going to keep on keeping on. Peace. Harmony and contentment. Manifestation. What you desire is on the way. I think you kind of already made up your mind. There's healing that needs to happen here. Allow light to enter your wounds. The sun, conscious mind, masculine, and life force. I mean, I will say, you know, the readings that we've done for you recently have been really positive, but even if you pivot what you're doing, that doesn't mean that positive energy has gone away. Like, that's just more momentum you have to work with. So, you know, with the sun energy, I feel like if you feel in your heart of hearts and your bones that High Priestess, Moon, Queen of Pentacles, if you're like, I'm donezo, I can't do this anymore, then I would start looking at where you want to get to next. We have trust in divine detours. Know your worth. The other thing I'll say, know your worth. And with that Three of Pentacles, maybe you have an acquaintance that knows about an opportunity for you as well. And we have let spirit be your guide and be at home. The abundant universe will provide as well. So yeah, be at home. Maybe you do want something where maybe you're working at home, or something that's a little bit more grounded, literally. You know what I mean? Timeline of you finding another position. Let's take a look. Spirit, can we show a timeline for Kendra and finding a new position? Finding a new position. Finding a new position. Queen of Swords, Four of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Spirit, show me the timeline. I don't want to see the Seven of Pentacles. Show me the timeline. Yeah. I'm getting Mercury in the 7th house in Pisces. This is really interesting because I feel like I've picked up a couple things about like your 7th house. So Mercury in Pisces in the 7th house. That's talking about you communicating with a new person, potentially a Pisces or someone that has a Pisces placement in their chart. However, that's not what the timeline. I'm picking up 4 to 5 months. I know that seems like crazy, or that may seem too far away, but with this Queen of Swords energy, this is like, I got to hit the ground running. I got to start making decisions. And so I think it's up to you. I think it's up to you. You have to start, figuring out what's out there and what direction to go in. Start networking, talking to people. There's an acquaintance I feel like that could have a connection or know somebody who is hiring. But I'm feeling like 4 to 5 months. The job market is a little bit weird right now, but it is not impossible. I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Thank you, Kendra. Thank you so much. All right, up next I have SB. Welcome in, guys. If you're called to donate, let me know. I mean, we do have that manifestation, prosperity lies ahead. I recently had a Gen Z person in person ask me, they were like, what did they say? They were like, how do you deal with on-the-job burnout? And I said, I'm not the right person to ask. I'm not the right person to ask. Okay, perfect. I got your question, babe. Let's get into it, SB. I was like, I'm from the Rust Belt, honey. What is burnout? We just keep going. But that's also not healthy, right? So there's got to be balance. All right, up next I have SB. Let's do it, babes. I have SB and Jess. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jess. Sorry, I forgot to add you. Okay, SB. SB wants to know. Aww. What is his energy? Oh, man. He was a little anxious. Ugh. All right. What are his energies towards me? How did the date go? What are his energies towards me? 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 What are his energies? One more shuffle. What are his energies towards me? What are his energies towards me? He kind of feels a little stupid. He kind of feels maybe like, did I waste her time? Did I waste my time? I think he was attracted to you. I do think that I think he generally liked you. He probably would have kept dating you if you guys were in the same place, but I think that he realizes, yeah, I think that he really liked you. And it's kind of a shame, but as you know, I will say always, what is meant for you will not pass you by, right? Like, this doesn't mean it's him or bust, right? Or that this was like the person for you. If they were the person for you, it wouldn't have been these circumstances. Yeah, Three of Wands. Maybe you guys had a past life connection and had to kind of do a little karma cleanup in this lifetime. Two of Wands. Yeah, I think overall he had really positive feelings about you. He might feel a little stupid. Maybe that's why he was a little anxious, especially knowing you have a child. Like, Nine of Swords, Six of Cups. Did I just waste this beautiful woman's time when she could have been out there finding somebody else? It's possible that you guys could continue communicating. I don't know if you like called it and just said this is the end. Page of Pentacles, he may have even apologized to you for the circumstances. That can be my apology card as well. Let me know if you want any other specifics. Spirit, show me what's going on with, what are his energies towards SB? 7th house, yeah. Pluto and Pisces. He does feel like he did apologize, yeah. He feels like you definitely are a good, solid person that got away. And he feels a little dumb, which is probably why he apologized. And for my own clout here, yes, he did apologize. But yeah, this is something that he's going to think about. But I will say, based on my other readings with you, I would keep your options open, because I think you're going to have other people coming in for you. I think you're going to have other people coming in for you that you will be happy with. You said, yeah, he felt bad. I'm like, shut up. But no, I mean, here's the thing. Virgos could be kinder, but if I was in your situation and I knew I wasn't going to see this dude again, I would be like, why did I just waste my time? Oh no. Yeah, so I just don't think I just don't think this was the right thing. And that's the thing, like, if you're not meant to be with someone, Spirit's going to intervene, which I feel like happened here. Fish. So, baby girl, SB, buckle up, honey, because there's more fish in the sea on the way to you. We talked in the past about seeing each other after he moves. I think you're gonna be busy with other people. Yeah. After yesterday, you're like, hell no, I'm good. See? But here's the thing, and he's too anxious about it. But here's the thing, babe. Now you see, though, like, because let's say, for example, let me paint a picture for you. Let's say he never moved away, and you guys were hanging out and blah, blah, blah. There could have been something else that he was anxious about that would have been a huge turnoff for you. I literally ended things with somebody. I literally ended things with a man because he was afraid to drive in the rain. And I am not kidding. I'm not kidding. Like, I was so turned off that this man could not be, and no shade to anyone who, I personally have OCD, I have anxiety problems, but as a woman, if I have to get behind the, I'm a nice road trucker. Like, I could be a certified, I joke about this all the time, I'm from the snow belt, from the Rust Belt, where it snows a lot. We don't shut down for anything. Even when there's snow days, like I worked in healthcare. I had to drive to work. There was no plows. You drove on the ice. You just got shit done, right? And I was talking to this guy, and I lived in a state also at the time where it didn't even rain, and it was a huge turnoff for me. So like what? So I tell this story because that would have come up with this guy whether he moved or not. This annoying factor or the anxiety factor or whatever, and you would have been like, I'm good. I'm good. I love that it was your summer romance. I love that. I honestly feel like I'm not meant to have, like, if I can have little flings like that, I don't think I'm meant to have like a long-term thing, but if I have little moments with people, I feel like I'm good. Yeah. Is he gonna try to reach out? Let me see. I think you guys could continue talking a little bit. Maybe you guys form a friendship, but I think he could reach out to you. 9 of Wands. We have flirt, it's safe for you to love, and we have children. I also feel like it's possible you could meet another person who is a single parent. And what else do I want to say here? I think he could reach out, but I feel like it would be more of a friendship, especially on your end at that point, because you're like, I'm good. But I'm seeing you with other fish in the sea, which I've been saying from the jump in this whole thing. So I'm going to leave that with you. And Spirit's blessing. I do think he's going to reach out. But it's also like, how realistic is this? And is this, I'm not trying to waste my time 2025, unless that's what you're into. You know what I mean? Like, I know, I don't have time for pen pals, but some people, that's fulfilling for some people. We're going to move on. List is open. Jess, I'm so sorry. Jessica, do you know that I have, and I remember you like this deck, Edgar Allan Poe is back. So whenever you're ready, Jess, I'm so sorry if I didn't get you in order. My apologies. Oh, no, I got you right on time. Perfect. Perfect. I didn't skip you. All right, Jess is up next. If you guys are called to donate, let me know. We're good, we're good. Sub. Oh my gosh, I love this. They still make noise. They still make noise. But they're definitely not as loud as a rooster. Let's do it. Let's do it. Spirit, show me response from the HOA. I got an email from my HOA today. Will we have any issues with the HOA and chickens? Patrick says, do it anyways. I freaking... Jessica, this may be one of my favorite questions all year. I feel like I should start giving out, like, awards. This may be my favorite question of the year. We're planning to get chickens. The neighbor said they're against the HOA. Patrick says, we can do it anyway. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. All right, you are freaking cracking me up. Patrick says, do it. We're going to do it anyway. All right, Spirit, show me the brass tacks of Will. Will there be any issues with the HOA? Will there be any issues with the HOA? Show me. Oh, Lord. It's a fire here with us. There is gossip, 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 gossip with the neighbors. Those neighbors are not your friends, by the way. Oh, yeah, 10 of Wands. Yes, there will be issues with the... There will. Strength. 10 of Swords. They're going to try to pull the plug. The Devil. They're going to try to fine you, potentially, entertainment purposes only. 7 of Swords. Oh, my God. Okay. This is... Okay. Patrick, if you end up watching this, entertainment purposes only, I love the energy that Patrick is bringing. However, the HOA is not going to be happy about this. And your neighbors also don't want this, which is, and they're the ones, it's not like the HOA is like strolling by and they catch this. No, someone is going to tell on you. 7 of Swords, you are going to be either deceived, or there's gossip, or the neighbor doesn't want it and they start talking shit and it gets to the HOA and everyone's going to start complaining. They're going to try to fine you. And there even looks like to be some type of disagreement or argument here. 10 of Swords, they pulled the plug. 10 of Wands, I'm seeing a lot of challenging energy here. I'm so sorry, but entertainment purposes only. I just got to tell you. Because it's hard to, especially if you have several, it's kind of hard to hide them. And I know this because I know people who have had chickens. Why does everyone keep freaking blowing my phone up today? Okay. Yeah, Uranus, if you know you're only going to be there temporarily, is this a new home or is this a temporary home for you? We have Uranus and Aquarius in the 4th house. He said we want to build it with the next 5 or so years. Maybe I can wait till that. So here, you said both. Okay, so here's the deal. I would, because, and I actually have a little bit of, because I started attending my HOA meeting. So, because I'm a nerd, here's what you can do. You or him should try to get on the board of the HOA and try to push forward the idea of what this is. And not only that, but I would look into the positive reasons, not the negative, of like what this can bring to the community, how you can help other people's, because I don't know if you know, but like, I don't know if you've ever known, but like, so if you really want to push an agenda, you get on the HOA board and you get people behind you, then you can actually make change. But if you have all these little gossips over here and these little a-holes, so if you want to make change, you have to get it's almost like a tiny little government, right? So you have to, that's my recommendation here. If the goal is 5 years, doable. Things move pretty slow, depending on where you are, what's going on. But I feel like that's a good plan. Because Aquarius is the sign of friendship in Uranus. You want to make some change. You want to make a buzz in the 4th house of home, which is where we live, right? And so it's possible that you could, cause a buzz and a change, but you want to be part of the solution. The other thing I would say is, maybe you want to talk about doing like community gardens, or, if you allow chickens, then other people can have chickens. And I don't know if you've ever raised chickens before. I haven't personally, but I know people who do. There's an abundance of eggs. Like, there is an abundance of eggs. Even if you have like 6 chickens, right? Like, and if you have a small family, like, it's a lot of eggs. So you would be able to, share within that community, or maybe do your own little farmer's market swap type of thing. So just some ideas there. So as it stands with the current rules, the HOA will get pissed, but there's possibility for you to go in there and change rules over time. That's what I'm seeing for you, Jess. Yeah, you had just 2. Yeah. It's I wish I had a friend here that had chickens, but no such luck. I'm gonna leave that with you. Thank you so much, Jess. All right. Yeah, I mean, the options are still there. Just depend. Whatever you do isn't going to happen overnight. But oh, for sure. Thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome in, guys. If you're called to donate, let me know. If not, I think I'm going to go down to the beach for the evening and read my book. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, if you go and get them, then it's going to be a pain in the ass to, like, find a good home for them. Do you know what I'm saying? So, the neighbor. The neighbor just doesn't want to deal with it. People are so weird. Our list is open. Hey, Julianne. Thanks so much. Hello, hello. Oh, yeah. She would take that. I don't want to deal with it. I know. Sorry, guys. I was just looking on my phone. Yeah, Julianne, let's do it. Yes, it did go through. You're good. Perfect. Sorry about that. I was texting and not looking on here. Julianne, go ahead and post. Hello, hello. Jess, I'd be the same way. I'm like, I miss those little chickens. Thanks, Jess. Welcome in, guys. Ooh. Thanks, Kendra. am going to do last call. My friend is actually setting up a beach chair for me. So I'm going to, we're going to do last call. Oops. All right. Spirit, let's connect to Julianne. Take a deep breath. Let's get into your energy. What does Julianne need to know right now? What does Julianne need to hear? What does Julianne's heart and soul need to hear right now? What does Julianne's heart and soul need to hear right now? Okay. I'm getting two different things for you. I'm definitely getting inner child healing, inner child work, and also dancing. I don't know if that's something that you used to be into, maybe something that you want to get back into or explore, but maybe movement through dancing could be something that's really healing for you. I would also, think back to your 10-year-old self, your 9-year-old self. What did you want for your life? What did you want to do? How can you tap back into that purest soul, purest form of yourself and bring that to the surface, to bring that, your core true personality of who you are out into, hey Bailey, out into your daily life. We have the Empress at the bottom of the deck, and we have the Eight of Swords. I will also say I'm kind of got a similar message for Kendra earlier, where I feel like, but with you, this is more, this could be like your inner story or your dialogue of stories that you're telling yourself that are not necessarily true, like believing in an illusion. Maybe someone said something to you that was negative and that thing like sticks with you. That's not reality, by the way, Julianne. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Empress, it's like, is there something that you want to master? Is there something that you want to bring to life? Is there something that you want to unearth? Also, if you are really, really forcing and trying to do something that just isn't working, like round peg, square hole, I almost see you're like, if you're really struggling with something or you're trying to force something, I think that you need to step away and reevaluate it. And if something isn't working for you or something is extraordinarily challenging for you right now, Spirit is trying to show you a different perspective. And only until you get that new perspective will you be able to move on. There is a spiritual solution for whatever problems that you're facing right now. I think that you're someone who feels deeply, definitely empathic energy here with this King of Cups. So you may feel the energy of other people. And this could be you overextending or trying to help other people to the detriment of yourself, Julianne. Are you helping someone so much or tapping into another person's energy so much that it's causing you anxiety? It's time for you to be the main character of your story and your life. And also, the other thing I'm getting with you is like reciprocal energy. This could be friendship or relationships in general, but it's like if someone isn't showing up for you, I feel like that could also be a sign. And like, why are you trying to make totally, and I feel spent. Are you trying to make something work with another person so deeply that it's like exhausting you. And if you just surrendered that, or something, and if you surrendered that energy to the divine and poured that energy into your freaking self, you would feel so full. And maybe there's a feeling of guilt here with you doing that. Maybe that's, you're fearful of putting all of your attention on yourself, because that is something that you have to unlearn here. Nine of Swords and the Moon, maybe that's fearful, or you were told that, like, with this Empress energy, like, maybe you were hardwired to think that, like, as a woman, I need to take care of everybody else here. I'm getting a really strong message about that. And, like, Nine of Swords and the Moon. What are the fears and anxieties that you need to let go? Someone told you a false narrative about who you are, and you believed it. And I feel like this, you said, yes, inside I know that the guilt, I never pull all my attention on yourself. That is your prescription today, entertainment purposes only. Because when you, if you stop giving to that thing that's giving you nothing, and the only thing you're getting in return is feeling exhausted and anxiety, you are going to be able to give yourself the world here with the star in the universe. I think you need to pull back your energy on yourself and work on perfecting yourself. And that can feel very foreign, and that can feel very uncomfortable if you're someone that's not used to doing that. I don't necessarily do that, but once I started feeling happy in my life for the first time, it felt like it was forbidden. It felt like it was wrong. And I had to actually go through like deep trauma therapy just so that I could know that it was okay and safe and normal to feel happy, because I felt like I wasn't, it felt so foreign to me. So, and again, entertainment purposes only. I'm not here to, diagnose anything, but maybe, therapy is always a good, not always, but if you find someone or you feel called to do that, maybe there's some things that you can work through, or just focus on spending more time by yourself, for yourself, to yourself, because I feel like there's something that you want to master or bring life to, but you haven't been able to do it because you don't have enough time for yourself. It does have, and that's up to you. Let me see what else I have for you. Spirit, what other messages do we, I have for Julianne. Welcome in, welcome in. Last call for donations, guys. Last call. Protection, boundaries, clear communication. If you don't have any boundaries, or you put up a boundary, that can sometimes cause conflict when someone doesn't want a boundary. Rose without thorns. And it's funny because this is the thorn. You have a right to your joy, peace, and sweetness to life. Hell yes. Creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate. This is the right time for you to make a change to focus on yourself, Julianne. That's what's going on here for you. Let me see what else I have for you. Spirit, what other advice do we have for Julianne? Up next, I have Kendra. Last call for donations, guys. We're going to wrap up soon so that I can go to the beach. And feed my little babies. Set yourself free. We have forgiveness. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Know when it's time to move on. You'll know when it's the right time. Speak up. Use your voice to express yourself. Maybe you've let this thing go for so long, or this other person has no idea how you feel. I love that. Heart. Emotions and intuition. I think that your intuition and your emotions are going to become so strong, Julianne, with this King of Cups. You are no longer going to be able to ignore what your heart, your mind, and your intuition are telling you about the situation you're in right now. If you know someone's not good for you, Spirit is going to turn it into a neon sign until you take action until you take action to have a right to your joy, peace, and sweetness of life. Until you claim your own peace. Until you claim that you have a right to have joy in your life. Jupiter in the 9th house. The other thing is you may feel a little bit different because I also see your crown chakra and your intuition expanding. I have Jupiter and Virgo in the 9th house. This can be higher education. This can also be a pursuit of esoteric spirituality, astrology, something that really lights you up in terms of whether it's religious or spirituality, philosophy, or higher education. And this person may not like what you're into. That would be another sign here. You said, I've said it, but I don't think it's understood. And yeah, we can't convince anybody else. We can say the words, but we can't always convince or help others understand. And that's not our job either. And so I feel like if someone is really resistant to the way you think and feel about the world and spirituality, that should be another red flag for you that they're probably not maybe the best person to keep around you all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing you connecting to more like-minded people. I feel like you are a creative, loving, extremely loving, generous, giving, and you're just a light to people. I think people are very receptive. Maybe check out to see if there's any meditation groups or spiritual centers in your community, because I see your energy. It's almost like I see you walking into a room and everyone recognizes your light and who you are and what you have to offer. And I feel like this person or this old energy or whatever this is you're dealing with, they don't see you for who you are. They don't see you for your soul and truly for who you are. And Spirit's message, my last thing here for you, Spirit's message is, Julianne, there are people that will recognize your heart, mind, and soul. You just haven't met them yet. Or if these people are, if someone is a naysayer or poo-pooing on what your ideas or what you want to do, it's not the right thing. Even if you've had maybe you feel an obligation or you've been around this person for a long time or there's a familial tie, it's okay for you to walk away or spend less time in that energy because it's not serving you right now. It resonates so much. I feel like I'm in a box. I'm not meant for all. Yeah, no, hell no, not with Jupiter energy. You're meant to expand. I see you getting involved in new things, and I think the more, and I think we've talked a little bit, I have a bit of social anxiety and I can be really shy to go out and do new things, but if you push yourself, and even if you meet a few friends, I think that you will be very, very well received, and I think a lot of people will love your energy. So I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Up next, I have the lovely Kendra, and readings are now closed. All right, Kendra, BB. All right, let me get into it. Gosh, thank you so much, Julianne. I'm happy to do a reading for you today. Okay, we're moving on to Julianne. I've been loving having you on here as a regular. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right, Kendra, lay it on me. You want a general. We want a general pick-me-up from the guides. Yay! Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Make sure you like and subscribe. I will be back on this week, possibly tomorrow, but I may have to work late tomorrow. But thanks so much. And I started doing readings again on Saturdays. I'll probably be doing a Thursday night evening, and then Fridays are, I don't know, it's my busy season, so it depends on how I'm feeling. But anyway, I'm always on Mondays and Saturdays for the most part. Typically Thursdays too. All right, Kendra wants a general pick-me-up. General pick-me-up from my guides. If you guys want to book a private reading with me, all my info is in the description. I will also post it here. Okay. All right, Kendra wants a general pick-me-up. Let's do it, boo-boo. From your guides, from your general message from your guides, pick me up, Spirit. What's going on with Kendra? What's going on? 5 of Pentacles. Ugh. Kendra, do you have a mentor? Do you have I think you would benefit from, with this 5 of Pentacles is like, I'm feeling like I'm out in the cold. If there is I'm picking up a female. If there's like an older female that you feel like you can trust and talk to and bounce ideas off of, I think that would ease your heart a little bit. Whether that's like a mom or a friend or maybe even newbie. Just kidding, newbie. Yes, exactly. 2 of Cups. This moment in your life, I mean, I have a mom. Great. I don't know, and I don't want to be shady. Not to you, to my own situation. Great. If you have a mom that's good, that you trust, I think potentially she could be helpful talking through some of this with. I just want to mention that because that 5 of Pentacles. But I want to get into your reading. This moment of how you're feeling right now does not define you. The 9 of Pentacles is here. There is ability for you to pick up, move on, and be financially abundant and thrive. And so know that just because you're walking away from one situation doesn't mean you can't create another situation for yourself. It is going to take potentially a little bit of fight, a little bit of grit to get through the other side of this, but you are very much capable of doing it. And having somebody in your corner with the 2 of Cups, whether this is your mom, a mentor, a friend, whoever, to bounce some of these ideas off of, not to follow their guidance, but to more so, if you're someone who's a verbal processor, or you're someone who, like I can very much be, sometimes you might just need to talk some of these things out about how you're feeling. Especially if you're feeling like, did I fail because of this thing? And Spirit's coming in to say, no, you have people who love you, who have your back. And we didn't give you all this spice and all this fight and all this grit for nothing. You know what I mean? We have the Hierophant here. Surrendering this to Spirit is going to be huge for you. Huge, huge, huge. Because that is the ultimate mentor, right? Surrendering it to Spirit with the Hierophant here. 8 of, yeah. And, you know, work is work is work. Work can sometimes be a means to an end. I think sometimes we get caught up in, you know, this job has to mean everything, or this job defines me forever. And it's like, sometimes a job is just the way that we know we can pay our grocery bill that month or whatever it is. And that's okay. And so you don't have to look at everything so intensely. And I think that's one of the things that like millennials and Gen Z kind of fell into the trap of. Some of us did, of like, I have to make this perfect decision or else like everything else. And if I'm not passionate about what I'm doing, and it's like, sometimes you just got to pay your bills, and like, that's okay. Things are definitely going to work out for you in the career space, and I feel like surrendering it to Spirit, having people to lean on is going to be huge for you, because I don't know that the last time that you went through some challenging times, I don't really know that you had a ton of people, or that maybe not that you didn't have, but I feel like you were keeping it inside and becoming defensive rather than like sharing it with others and trying to release it and explore it, as well as surrendering to the divine. So working through some of these feelings as they come up, because you don't want that Taurus moon to hold on to it and become the raging bull later. It's good to kind of process it as you're feeling it, as it's coming up, right? And Taurus moon is a beautiful placement. The moon is exalted in Taurus. So I think that you're someone who is very emotionally aware of how you're feeling. I'm moving in and throwing in the towel. I'm tired. Yeah, and that's okay. It's a very, I think you're being honest with yourself. This could also be a way for you to save money as well with this 9 of Pentacles. Setting yourself up for the proper opportunity, proper situation for yourself. There is going to be another job opportunity coming up for you. 8 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles here and the World. Something will come full circle. This will come to an end. These feelings will come to an end. But it's, you really do, having a support system around you this time is going to make a huge difference for you. So I would make sure that you're expressing your feelings and talking to people, especially if you're, sometimes Aries, especially Aries females, can kind of hold things in and not want to share. But I feel like you expressing your feelings is going to be really helpful. There will be something to celebrate at the end. And maybe part of the celebration is just you being around more friends and family and having more support around you, and realizing that that is very valuable as well. There will be more inspiration coming as well here with the Page of Wands. I think you're ready and hungry for something else. Once I know you say you're tired, once you're done and you've rested, with this Page of Wands, it's like a new spark of inspiration will come to you. A lot of this is going to be surrendering to Spirit and co-creating those manifestations with Spirit to bring you in alignment with what is meant for you. And yeah, it wasn't like this was like, I'm going to try this one thing or bust. No. There's a whole world out there, and you can try multiple things, and you can always start over. I remember, I think it was the first reading I ever had in my life. I was like 17 maybe 16, and this guy said, you can, I know I've probably told this story, but he was like, you can say yes, no, and you can always change your mind. And so with you, it's like you need to give yourself permission to change your mind here and allow yourself. All right. Yeah, 10th house, Leo, Neptune. You know, Neptune talks about, Neptune can be confusing. Leo, big energy. I'm big confused about my 10th house right now. I wish I had a clear path. Yeah. And that's what this is saying. Like right now, things feel a little bit hazy, or things don't feel very clear. But I feel like moving back for you, I think, is going to be really good. It's going to ground you, especially emotionally, with that Taurus moon, where you'll have more of a solid support system for yourself. And once you're a little bit more grounded in that emotional stability energy, things can become clearer in the 10th house. Because yeah, Neptune and Leo in the 10th house is like, you won't be confused, you won't have rose-colored glasses, and I would set your intention for that, Kendra. I would ask Spirit every single day, please show me a clear path for my next career opportunity. Show me a clear path for XYZ, whatever it is that you're trying to understand. And it will be revealed to you. Let me see what else I have for you. The 10th house is your career and public, it's career and reputation. Uh-oh, readings are closed, but my YouTube is doing something weird. I love that. I love that. All right, Spirit, show me what else. I can't type in the chat anymore for some reason. I think my thing kicked me. We have Go For It, New Moon, and Aries. I feel like I've had Aries Moon stuff for you in both your readings today. Attend to the details, last quarter moon in Virgo. And I also have Talk Less, Feel More. Expressing those emotions and feelings. You'll know what is right for you. You'll know what's right for you. For some reason, I thought that you had already moved. Spirit, show me what's going on. So yeah, if you haven't, I think, you know, connecting into the hoodoo stuff for you could actually be really, really rewarding. There is something about going back where I feel like you'll feel more grounded. Wisdom, release. Yeah, there's some type of emotional and flexibility. Yeah. So you may have to get a bit flexible with, you know, getting creative to try to find a new opportunity for yourself. But here's what I will say. Overall, even though we have this 5 of Pentacles here, which, you know, is feeling like we're left out in the cold, we're working through these emotions, all these other cards are pretty positive. Like, there's still opportunity for, you know, financial abundance here. We have wisdom, the Hierophant, more work opportunity, release, flexibility. I do think that you see Augustus climbing on the wall. Hi, baby. If you know it's time for you to let this thing go, I do think there will be an emotional release if you move on from this. I feel like, I'm sorry, I kind of focused on the other reading questions again, but that's what I'm seeing here. Hey, baby girl. There also could be, I'm trying to see what else I'm tapping into here. There also could be something that pops up with this flexibility card where it's an opportunity that pops up quickly that you're like, you kind of just have to like jump on and take a, Ember, not knock over my drink. That's all she wants. She walks around, knocks over people's drinks. She's a freaking menace, this child. I think that there could be a job opportunity that pops up quickly that you kind of just have to like, okay, I got to jump into this thing. So keep an open mind, but that's what I got for you. Lean on your support system right now. All right, I gotta go feed these little chitlins. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. And I'll see you later. Bye.